So how do you think we should open this?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Cool, I'm really glad that we're on the same page.
Okay.
Because for a while, we've been trying for too long to find an opening, so this is the opening.
Yep.
Whatever. So, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
It is not Halloween yet, but I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to spoil the illusion that it was Halloween for you.
It's spooky season though, so close enough.
It is, and right now there's like spooky music going on. Did you listen to the past one we did?
No.
Cool. You only listen to the ones you're in.
No, I don't.
No. So, but no. So, just so everyone's on the same page, hello everybody, and welcome back to Triple Scream Studio. That's our Halloween tagline right now. I'm your ghost host, Jared, followed by our co-ghost
Mortal
host,
Companion.
Mortal Companion. Yeah, so only for Halloween I'm a ghost. So,
okay.
You know, sorry, I
I'm being haunted right now, aren't I?
I mean, you walked into my house, so...
I guess that's fair. I had that coming.
Yeah, what do you think of the place, though? It's kind of like I'm going for more of like a 18th century European kind of look.
I mean, there's all these vinyl records on the wall, so I say it's pretty old.
Look, I found it on eBay, ran for like $5. Not the vinyl records,
but Frank
the house.
Sinatra, though.
Frank Sinatra, though.
For you viewers at home, at your home, and not in this haunted mansion, he has vinyl records on the wall, and they're pretty big names. Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby. Is that
Bing Crosby?
That one Disney?
Yeah, that's the Boston Pops Orchestra. Louis Armstrong.
See, look, bands I don't even know.
Whoa.
Anyways,
I actually with my dad went, hey, you need to kind of learn how to use a drill and a hammer. Mm-hmm. So this is like my first big solo project. They helped a lot, but it was like, this is cool. This is like a little, I did that. Look at that. So I'm just turning up the mic for anybody else. But no, anyway, welcome back, Jonathan. I know you've been gone for like one podcast. I think we've only had one between.
I had a long break since... I think it's fair. I had a long break since Breakfast Club. That's the last one.
I think that was the last one.
No, it was the Spirited Away, but
before that. Yeah, and that was episode 9. This is episode 19? 20?
20?
I know that we're getting close to season 3.
50?
Because each season's going to be every 10 episodes, but, oh shoot, I really should know what episode this one is.
For you viewers at home, he's looking at his phone to check.
I'm not looking at nothing. You can't prove it. No one else can prove it.
I mean, I
11,
can prove it.
12, 13, 14,
Just take
15.
my word for it, viewers, right?
Oh, you're on episode 20.
Hey!
Cool. So,
what episode are we on right now, though?
This is episode 20. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, this is episode 20. So the next episode will be season 3. So how does it feel to be on the season finale of season 2? Of season 2, Gravity Falls ending.
You know, for the movie we just watched, you forced me to watch.
I did not. We can blame Emmy for that.
We could blame Emmy for this. But then I could also blame myself for showing you the book comparison film.
That was you.
That one was all me.
That was your idea. I had nothing to do with that.
Am I peeking?
No. I'm just looking at the volume stuff and going like, I gotta turn the mic up, gotta turn the mic down.
But you want to give them the intro to today's film?
Boo! Welcome to Coraline.
Coraline.
Coral.
Coral.
Carl.
No.
No, but yeah, so today we're going to be talking about the movie Coraline. Jonathan, have you seen this film before today?
We watched it together for...
Have you seen this film before today?
Actually, this was my first time watching it all the way through.
Same here.
I am terrible with horror movies.
We'll talk about horror movies later, but have you seen any horror films like before this?
I mean, I watched Krampus, but people say that doesn't count.
Why?
But that was scary to me.
Hold on, if I look up the movie Krampus, it's gonna... No, sorry, not that. Movie Krampus. If I look that up, it's gonna say it's a horror film. Horror/comedy.
That is not comedy.
I haven't seen it, but Oh wow, the tagline for it is, you better watch out.
I mean, it's Santa.
The sequel is You Better Not Cry.
Anyways, I'm just ready for the season to be over. So it's Thanksgiving season. I bet you thought I was going to say
Season 3.
not season 3.
Or season 2.
The jolly season. Christmas season.
Christmas time is here. See, I come from the spooky ghost to the spirit of Christmas.
You skip over the turkey, though.
Well, we have we have a lot of listeners in Australia for some reason.
Hey, Australian viewers.
I've told you
I've tried Vegemite before. Personally, I didn't like it.
Actually, that's something that I did a while ago in season 1 was talk about like where people are listening from. So I can probably pull that up. But while we're talking about that, as I pull it up, Wooshka, or not Wooshka, the Coraline 2009 film did really good in the box office, apparently. It received $124.6 million with a $60 million budget, so
they made
bank. They did pretty good. They did double.
They doubled.
So, which is really great. Where do I find Insight? Yeah. Nope. Here we go. All right. Spirited Away. 16 listens.
Hey.
Pretty, you're topping it up. And then, Anthony, he's there at number 2. Whoa. Whoa. Your episode really brought in people. Whoa. Okay. This is the first time America's been on top.
Whoa.
Ever.
South
in
Korea.
This. Yeah, 63% of people from America. Hello. 13% from South Korea. A young SAO. 9% from Australia. Good day. I don't know.
And if we get any Indonesian viewers, apa kabar?
Yeah, I'm not going to try.
If I said that correctly.
Yep. A lot of people are listening on their phones, so if you're listening on your phone, we're in your phone. Next is tablet and desktop. Who is listening to us on your smart home right now? I'm genuinely curious.
You can listen to us on the smart home?
Yeah, like if you ask Google or Alexa and all of them.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. So, oh, no, here we go. Most is for podcasts on the iPhone, and then Amazon Alexa. Mm-hmm. I'm making sure mine doesn't go off. Amazon Music. Woo, yeah. Amazon Music. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey. Overcast. I don't know what that is. Castbox. I don't know what that is. Spotify. One guy.
Shout out to that one guy.
And a web page. Which is probably Wishka. And then operating systems is iPhone, Alexa, Windows.
Operating systems doesn't matter.
Whatever. But cool. America's on top. Australia, we got 3 people, 3 downloads.
Wow.
What's going on? Argentina, 1 dude or girl. South Korea, Spain, United Kingdom. One thing Canada. One thing I'm always curious about is I wonder how many people are listening to podcasts to learn English.
That is a good question.
Because if eventually you started listening to, if we were in Spanish class and we listened to Spanish podcast, we could just translate it in our head.
That's true, but I feel like, I mean, then is this how people who watch anime learn Japanese?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Whatever works. I mean, you're bilingual or fluent.
It works.
You know more languages than I do.
So congrats.
I don't know how to speak.
If I went to South Korea, the only thing I could say is Annyeonghaseyo, and that's it. I'd be saying hey to everybody. So anyway, let's get back to the film. So the film released on February 6, 2009. As we said, it made a lot of money. Mm-hmm. It was directed by Henry Selick, who worked on Nightmare Before Christmas, James and the Giant Peach, so a lot of stop motion background. I don't know who that person is. It was the 3rd highest grossing stop motion film of all time. It just beat Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Have you seen that?
I have, actually. I have watched Wallace and Gromit. I watched them all the time when I was little.
But The Curse of the Were-Rabbit?
Yes, I watched that one. He turns into a rabbit after a failed experiment when he...
Yeah, they swap minds with the rabbit. Because something like that. Why do I remember that? But yeah, so the film was made by Lakia and Panadonium Films. So I don't know.
Pandemonium?
Pandemonium, and it was distributed by Focus Features, who I believe NBC Universal. So it's a Universal film. It received nominations for the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. However, that went to the movie Up for the 2009.
Now, Coraline, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm actually kind of shocked Coraline didn't make it into the Best Animated, like, didn't get the award for it, because Up, that's animated, how do I put this? It's animated by people instead of, like, claymation takes a lot more work.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, both take an incredible amount of work.
However,
stop motion, that's also very hard.
We made a stop motion, and that took weeks.
That took a long time.
Yeah, that took too long.
And that will not be posted. That is staying.
That's kind of... No one's going to know at all what we're talking about, except for, like, the people who have seen it. But, back in, like, what, that was 9th grade? 10th grade, we made an animation. Kind of like Coraline. No?
Not at all.
Not with the mannequin?
Not with the mannequin. That was...
Opinions. No, but, no. So, if we have nothing else to say now that we've talked for like 10 minutes, let's talk about the film.
Okay.
Alright, so right away, we're sad and we're scared. And we felt uncomfortable.
I am scared and I don't want to watch the movie again. Now, keep in mind, I'm terrible with horror films.
So am I.
And this movie didn't have a jump scare, but it had a jump scare.
Yeah, it was still... it was just unsettling the entire time. There wasn't a part where I'm just sitting there going like, this is cool. I'm sitting there going like, what's going to happen next? There
was not a single moment in that movie where I felt safe.
Yeah. The entire time you're on edge.
Yes. The entire movie, I was on edge. I felt like something was going to happen.
Yeah, like, when's it going to go wrong?
Come on, it looked like a dystopia in the real world compared to Coraline's world.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know what? Let's compare the two worlds. There's a big difference in each of them.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the original world, since that's where we kind of start with.
Off.
Yeah, so Coraline, she's 11. We had to look that up in the middle of the film. With her parents, they just moved from Michigan, and they go into the Pink Palace Apartments. Hooray! And her parents are trying to complete a gardening book or catalog.
I think they're journalists or something like that. A journalist and the mom's the editor.
Something about gardening.
Something with dirt.
Yeah, because they make a big point about that.
Maybe they're digging up dirt on other people. That's why they became gardeners.
I knew it. So needless to say, they're busy all the time. So Coraline is told to just go around the house, see what's going on. So... she's really left alone during this scene, and I kind of liked her just exploring the house.
You know, yeah, I actually agree. And
that was the one part where I'm like, this is fine. Because you get to know who she is without her saying a word.
Yeah, and then you also see how she reacts and acts around with the surroundings. And it kind of makes us... Compared to the book, now, me and Jared haven't read the book, but we watched a YouTube video.
Same thing.
If you type in Coraline, you know what? Let's look it up real quick.
Coraline versus book.
Yeah, Coraline versus book. Let's give credit. The fangirl.
A Bit Frank.
The fangirl and A Bit Frank.
Yeah. The one we watched was by A Bit Frank.
Yeah.
How Coraline could have been creepier. I'm willing to bet if we go here. Yeah, who would have thunk she has 220,000? So I get the feeling some people probably know her.
Oh yeah, A Bit Frank did a really good job. Like,
she did a good job explaining more about the in and outs.
And after watching the movie and then immediately watching that, it gave me the scares.
She actually has. Oh wow, Coraline's scariest mother is not the other mother. Ooh, so she has a couple Coraline videos. It looks like neat.
Yeah, but
so definitely
go check her out.
Definitely worth a watch. Now, if she wants to return the favor and
No.
shout me at
No.
No.
I'm not expecting anything.
No. But if she listens, well, hi. Like,
Hi.
hi.
I guess.
How you doing? So yeah, Coraline's kind of left alone. She's exploring the house, and eventually she goes outside. And this is where we get to meet Wyborn, or
Why are you
or
born?
Wybe, which
That
that's a weird name.
Why would you name your child YB and just
I get it. The character's supposed to hate her son, but
naming,
even the doctor's like, "You sure you want to call her that? Call him that?" Okay.
It could be a home birth, but
Maybe
the chances of that are low.
I have no idea. And he also has just a black cat, just kind of
I mean,
walking
no,
around.
That's a feral cat.
Yeah, just doing its own little thing. He brings him dead things.
There's dead things. YB was obsessed with. He brings me dead things.
Yeah.
He collects dead things.
So during the talk, Coraline's kind of like, "You're a freak. You're a freak." The entire time.
Which I never
rides
understood
away.
why.
Mm-mm.
Like,
He was
Coraline
kinda-
got along.
I mean,
with
he was kind
YB.
of. He did kind of show up with like a bike motorcycle thing, and then
I mean,
like, "Hello."
in my opinion,
That makes him cool.
no.
Nah.
Coraline. I keep wanting to say Caroline because the movie kept making fun of that. Coraline was just a jerk. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, minus her. I understand her situation with her family, but to YB, she was kind of a jerk.
Yeah. She was a jerk to a lot of people in the film.
Oh, yeah.
At the beginning. Near the end, she kind of was getting better, but there was still like that
There was room for
sarcastic-
improvement.
Yeah.
But then again, not everyone's 100%.
However, this still makes sense for people here. The last episode we did, we had Emmy come on and she talked about the Haunted Mansion.
Uh-huh.
Did you watch that film?
I did not. Oh, I did watch the Tower of Terror movie, though.
Yeah.
I watched that at my cousin's house.
What did you think of that? We talked about that.
Weird.
Yeah?
It was weird. It wasn't scary at all. It was weird.
It's not. It's just kind of like a
Why?
little... It's just funny.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Cash grab.
Yeah. Disney's known for that.
You know how they be. So yeah, Coraline's unimpressed or like blah blah blah. Oh, that's where I was going with it. Character development we found was very important because the characters in the Haunted Mansion at the very beginning were the exact same at the very end. There was very little difference. They were annoying, funny-ish, but like there wasn't any development.
Dramatic change.
Right.
They missed that. What's that one step in the hero's journey? The fall and the rise.
Oh yeah, I can pull that up, but it's like a heroes. Everyone enjoying this typing? This seems to be a new thing on the podcast. Is Jared?
I mean, I keep bringing up stuff.
Yeah, Jared just frantically. Yeah, call to adventure, supernatural aid, threshold guardian, and then they cross the threshold, and then helper, mentor, helper, and then
The
challenges and temptations, and then
The
abyss,
revelation.
so death and rebirth, and then transformation, atonement,
They just never go through the transformation.
return. Yeah, they like skip that step. They got all the way to the end, and then they went home. That's all that happened in that. But in this
Sounds
one,
like a normal day to me.
Yeah. So later on, we briefly met with Mr. Babinski, cool Russian guy. He's got a circus of mice. How you doing? We also meet two really old ladies, Spink and Forcible. We'll get to them later.
Oh yeah, they'll have their own segment.
I'll have you go off on them.
Oh yeah.
And then YB just goes like,
You know,
"Hey, I found this old doll in my grandmother's trunk. You should take it. It looks like you for no creepy reason." And
You know-
she does.
You know, after finding a doll after you just move in that looks exactly like you, isn't that like a major red flag? I'm just saying. Like, I'm not one person to play with dolls at all. But
Like even a voodoo doll.
even a voodoo doll, no.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
That's what it reminds me of. That's where I thought they were going with it at first. At first.
At first. Oh boy, it served a whole other purpose. Yeah, I would still call it a voodoo doll.
Kind of, yeah, but the doll eventually becomes sentient.
No, it doesn't. It never becomes sentient.
It moves on its own. It's creepy. But the doll leads Coraline to a little door in the wall that can only be unlocked by a button-shaped key. I don't like this film at all. So it's like right away she goes, all right, we'll go through. So a little mouse guides her to the door. She walks in, and this is where we meet other mother and other father. Yay! They seem chill at first. But they have little button eyes, and they pretty much are, at this point in the film, the opposite of how Coraline interprets or views her mom and dad.
Yeah. They're your mirror. They're the mirror reflection, but better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like Coraline just wants attention, but these parents are giving her attention and like a good meal and love and like all that kind of stuff.
They actually care about her.
Yeah, so she goes in, has a good time, has a good meal. The gravy train pops up from nowhere.
Yeah, the gravy train doesn't.
We didn't see a train at first.
Yeah, I didn't see a train. So, are we just blind?
I don't know, but gravy train.
It's a gravy train.
And then she falls asleep, wakes back up, and now she's back home. And then she goes like, "Oh, hi everybody," and YB goes like, "Hey, my grandmother's twin sister, she disappeared in the house as a kid.
That's why I'm never allowed to go in here, but here I am.
Hey, standing on the porch, the closest I can get."
What's that old woman gonna do? Run?
Yeah. So, Coraline doesn't really care, so she goes back into the other world, and this is when we meet other Babinski, other YB.
You know, it was kind of interesting to see YB not talk at all. Like, there were so many other ways to approach that, but YB not talking at all was kind of strange. It was YB, by the way.
Yeah, I would have thought, because YB wasn't like in like the normal world of Coraline. Mm-hmm. It's like it wasn't he wasn't like annoyingly talking a lot. He was just kind of talking to fill in the gap of conversation.
Yeah. And he never said anything derogatory.
No.
Except you're a weirdo at the end after Coraline goes off on a spiel.
Yeah, but that he had reason.
He had reason.
He was like, this is turned weird. But at the beginning, he just seemed like a new person, new friend.
Yeah. And Coraline didn't see that either. Mm-mm. I felt bad for him.
Yeah, but this one doesn't talk for some reason.
And then Coraline's like, hey, you know what? The person I was yelling at, who I think is my friend? Yeah, you're mute now. No talkie. You're annoying.
You're annoying. No talk for you. So, a little bit later, they go to the carnival. They have some fun. They go and play some games with the other mother, who apparently hates cats, who we'll get to later. And every time she goes in, she comes back to the real world really displeased, because she's like, I want to stay in the other world, and I want to have like all these great times. And
then she finds out, thank you, cat.
Yeah. So, they're doing fine. This part of the film's kind of like, it's not filler. It's just kind of like, let's slow. Get to the point.
It's like the slow, eerie approach.
Yeah, where like it's building up so much that something's going to happen, and I was worried that something like that wasn't going to happen, and it did.
Let's look for the metaphors.
Okay, so let's talk about the mouse circus for a little bit.
The mouse circus. I mean...
Other than there were rats in the book?
Well, yeah. I mean, technically the mice... Ooh, I got it right, and not mouses.
Hey.
Mice.
All right.
Sorry.
That was a high five.
But so basically the mice became rats after Coraline. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I'm just looking it up. Even as little. This is from Anti-Flow, apparently, Mouse Awaken Your Magic Powers, about symbolism. Even as little as the mouse have its own symbolic meaning, which is also diverse across time and culture. Wait. No,
Cut
that's
this
not
part
it.
out.
Yeah. What does the mouse symbolize? No.
You know.
In
Mice.
literature. Symbolism of a mouse varied from innocence to being seen as dark magic symbol and a symbol of disease. Probably from the Black Plague.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
mice and rats both carry diseases.
Yeah.
They may look cute, but let's be honest, that they're probably gonna kill you.
You know. Or cook for you.
Cook?
Ratatouille is a documentary.
Ratatouille, the first chef.
The first chef. You just see Gordon Ramsay come up.
Wait a
like,
minute.
he was my role model.
3 Michelin stars later.
Yeah. So, yeah. Essentially, this part's kind of slow going a little bit. But Coraline, she keeps going in. She comes back out of the area. She goes back in. And this is where the big...
magic happens.
The magic happens.
Or
where they go...
horror happens.
No, this is where we go to the carnival. Not the carnival. The performance act. The, like, vaudeville kind of show.
Oh, the circus?
Yeah, with
the mice?
With the 2 old ladies.
Oh. Can I nail them now?
You know what? I'm gonna stay quiet. All you talk about this scene.
You know, they're fortune tellers, right? But I don't need a fortune teller to see what they did in the past. That past scares me.
I mean, they talked about it. They had like the little shows in the background.
They didn't talk about it.
They showed.
They referenced
the posters.
They referenced it, and I don't need a fortune teller to know what that is.
Let's keep in mind this is a PG film.
And let's move on.
Yeah, if you want to know what scene we're talking about, why don't you look it up? But they have a great time, come back, and then this is where the story kind of starts, in my opinion. It's like, okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Let's mention that they do warn Coraline.
Yeah, they throughout the film go like, don't go in there, don't go to the other world, but like in a weird roundabout way of like, I heard creepy things about the house kind of idea. Mm-hmm. So Coraline is like, hey, like, oh man, I really wish I could like stay here and like it'd be so cool to stay. And other mother goes, that can be arranged.
Well, you could. I mean, you just have to do us one small favor. Get rid of your eyes.
Put this needle in your eye. And she's like...
quoting the father, oh, it's so sharp it won't even hurt.
Yeah. It's like...
I mean, it won't hurt because of the shock.
Alright, this is the only place we're really going to be able to talk about it. Do you think they sew over the eyes?
No.
Probably not, right?
Actually...
Wait. The ghost children.
The ghost children's eyes were separate. They got rid of the eyes and then sewed the buttons. Huh. Hey viewers. Do you know?
Can you explain? And she's like, I'm gonna go to bed, you know. I'm just gonna sleep this one out. You know, and she's like, I'm never coming back.
You know, if Coraline... I said it right.
Alright.
If Coraline teaches me one thing, is to sleep through my problems.
Hide under the sheets at all costs. She's like, I'm just gonna go to bed, and then she wakes up and she's still in the other world.
I'm out of here.
But she's not out of there. She just wakes up, so she took like a nap. And it's still nighttime. So Coraline meets the ghost of... Coraline starts to talk with her other mother, and she's like, no, I want to go home. You're not my mom. Bless you.
Sorry.
And she puts her into a hallway mirror, and she's like, stay. She leaves.
You've been a bad girl.
Yeah.
Sit in the corner and think about what you've done.
And then there's dead children in the corner of the room. And I thought, like, at first I'm like, oh, it's just like glowing rocks or something, because that's what it looked like. Or like glowing bed sheets. Okay.
No, they were dead kids.
Yeah, you know how it be.
Look, it's Grandma's twin sister. What's she gonna do? Die?
Run? And they go like, you have to save us. We're dead.
What's their names? I don't remember. How long have you been in there? how did I get in here?
What's going on? Yeah, so they're speaking in like riddles, and it has to have been a while because one of the kids is like, they're speaking thous and withiths. Like they're speaking
That's true.
old
That
timey
makes
language.
us wonder, how long has the other mother been around?
That's true.
Because I don't think they ever explain where she came from.
Let me post this to you. The other mother, as far as we know, looks like Coraline's mom.
Yeah.
But the ghost children say that they kind of lured them in. So I'm assuming the other mother kind of like built the world around their type of memories, right?
Yeah.
So when Coraline's other mother, this is confusing, but when Coraline's other mother, when she kind of transforms into like that spider-looking thing with the long neck,
Yeah.
do you think that's her true form? Or do you think that that's like
I think that's
still just her being creepy?
I think that's her being creepy because she could create. I mean, she created disguises first of all. I think that form was just her body, like to say she's there and she exists.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think she could have materialized everything. I mean, her world was literally falling apart.
Yeah.
Makes you just
Like the Matrix.
wonder what happened after everything disappeared. What happened to the door?
Yeah.
Because the door has to stay there because it's connected to the real world.
Yeah. Wonder how many doors are.
So I wonder if it's just her eternal prison.
Hmm.
Which it is.
We feel so bad.
I wouldn't.
Oh, by the way, forgot to mention, it's assumed the other mother ate the kids. This is a kids movie.
Oh yeah.
Because they're like they one of the kids when like they ate our lives. It's like what? And that trapped
Are
them.
you speaking metaphorically, or are you speaking literally?
No.
Ah.
So Coraline goes like, "I'll free you guys. You know, what do I gotta do? You have to find her eyes." Cool.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we'll do that. So, Coraline can't find her parents because she goes back to the real world, and she's like, "I gotta find them. Where are they?" And they're like, "Gotta be somewhere." So she goes to the only reliable source, Miss Sphinx and Miss Forcible, the old ladies, and they give
With
her
the questionable past.
and they give her the I don't know what this is, an Ader stone, which is a type of stone, usually glassy, with a naturally occurring hole through it. It just is, it's a little Pathfinder thing. It's like those like spy kit things that you'd find at like
It's
a
like
Scholastic book fair that's like,
Imagine
secret
3D
code.
glasses for the decoders.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's supposed to find all of like the lost things, so the eyes.
Spy glasses.
Ooh. And YB goes like, "Hey, odd question, can I have that doll back that looks like you?" And she goes, "No, it's a spy." This is when she's going insane. And she's like, "No, it's a spy, and it's from other mother." And realistically, yeah, anyone would think that she's nuts. Because she kind of was acting a little cuckoo.
I mean, the father lost his mind.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't the father give Coraline the eye? The
Wait,
other
what are you
father.
talking?
Other father.
No, we haven't gotten there yet. We're still like when YB's still like going like, "You're insane" kind of idea.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Spoiler.
So, in a pot? Yeah, if you're listening to these and you haven't seen
How
it.
do you not skip through?
Yeah. So, you know, they go like, "All right, I can't find my parents. There's only one explanation. They gotta be there." And sure enough, the hallway mirror shows that. So she bashes the mirror and no blood.
I'm shocked.
She seems fine. She seems like she could smash another mirror.
I mean, she already had enough bad luck for another 10 years after doing that.
Yeah. Is it 10 or 7?
It's 10.
It's 10? Okay. But yeah, it's just like all creepy. Weird. Like this
Not
whole
fun.
thing. Not fun. So they go, "Okay, I got it. I'm gonna go back to the other world. I'm gonna find those eyes and my parents. More importantly, my parents, and then leave."
To phrase it up in one word, or one quote. Let's play a game.
No, wrong movie. No, man, if we do like an actual horror film on this, that's gonna be.
I watched Krampus.
There you go. So yeah, she goes back and she makes a little deal. You've seen Gravity Falls. It kind of reminded me of like when they made a deal with Bill Cipher. like, let's play a game. If you do this, I'll do that. But that could be for anything. So she goes, okay, other mother, look, I got a deal for you. I just got a deal. I find my parents.
I got the deal you can't refuse.
Yeah.
I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
Put the button in my eye. Put him in.
Put it in.
So she goes, okay, if I find my parents and the eyes of the children, then you let all of us go. If I don't, I stay here. And you keep everyone. You do you, and I'll do me. And they go, you can put the buttons in my eyes. And she goes, okay, now, there's no time restraint. So she should be fine. Because they never go by the end of the night. Or in 30 minutes. Nothing like that. It's just, if I find them, we're good. She could have been clever. And gone, haha, we made a deal, though. Long story short, they find all the eyes.
Yeah.
They find the eyes. It's like, the other mother gives her a hint kind of idea of going like, they're in the 3 places that you went on your journey.
After a lot of nightmare fuel.
A lot. Like, there's a lot of nightmare fuel in this whole thing. There's one other mother at this point is in her quote-unquote true form, but I don't know how true that is, with, like, it's, like, long neck, long fingernails.
Spider-like,
like, just creepy. And she's got, like, the, like, needle robot, or not robot, but, like, needle hands.
Fingers or needles.
Yeah, so she gives her a hint saying they're going to be in all 3 locations. So they go into, what are the locations? The mice circus. They find the eye.
They go to the garden, which
go to the garden.
The father, you want to explain that? Did the father give Coraline the eye?
It sounded...
The other father.
Yeah, the other father sounded like he was being forced to not give the eye, because he's like, oh, other mother's doing this. Like, he kept apologizing throughout their fight. So, he goes like, take this, and then assumably dies?
He dies.
He dies.
All of them technically don't exist.
That's true. Because it's all just imagination.
Yeah, they're all fake.
Yeah.
Even the, what's Wybie.
I'd say the only thing that really existed
because the other Wybie was good, which makes you question: were they against? Like, was there a faction against Other Mother?
Yeah, because my guess is that because they keep saying Other Mother built the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why would she make it so that they would rebel?
I wouldn't say make. I would say mimic.
That's true.
Mimicked the world.
Yeah, because the cat explained earlier that it's Other Mother only created as much as the world that seemed influential or like important to Coraline. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, in other words, I kind of took that as we haven't seen many parts other than the house in here. Yeah. So,
I mean, the outside world isn't really explored much.
No, it's like they go to a store.
That's it.
That's pretty much it. But yeah, so they find all the eyes, they come back, and then Coraline's like, I got the eyes!
Let's ditch my family.
Yeah, got the eyes, can I go home?
Backing out of her promise.
Yeah.
The Other Mother, of course.
Yeah, tries to grab the...
Well, she doesn't...
The eyes.
I mean, she's dishonest with Coraline the whole time, trying to trick her.
Oh, yeah, but that was kind of... Given. But Coraline goes, I think I know where they are. They gotta be behind the door.
And then Coraline sees the snow globe, which they are kept in. Keep in mind, snow globe of Detroit.
They've been referencing that snow globe the entire way through the film.
I still don't get it.
I get it, because it's like, oh, snow globe, that's important. But why not talk about Detroit? Or like, say something like that.
Oh, my favorite snow globe, how could it be broken?
Yeah, or like have like some connection to it. Going back to the Haunted Mansion, there's like always
that's for you. I haven't seen it.
I know. It doesn't matter, but just like, have you seen those films where like some character goes like, whoa, be careful with that. That's like important. And then by the end of the film it breaks or it's damaged or something like that.
Or it's gone. Yeah.
It's like things like that. This film almost did it of like, here's a snow globe. Here's a snow globe.
Is which Haunted Mansion movie? The one with Bill Murphy?
With what? What movie are you talking about?
Bill Murphy.
Bill? You mean Murray?
Not Murray.
Bill Murphy, the Bay News 9 guy?
No.
Yeah.
I think I might be confusing names.
Probably.
Look up Haunted Mansion 2007
or 2003?
I think, yeah.
You mean Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy. There we go.
Billy Murphy. Yeah, no. Eddie Murphy right there.
Yeah. Is this the one you watched?
That's the one we watched.
Okay, I've seen clips of it, so...
Yeah,
they return the same because at first there's a fight in the family, and then there's...
And then by the end of the film, there's a fight in the family. But it, I don't know. That was a weird film.
Yeah.
I think we gave it a 5 and a 6. But enjoyable level 7 and an 8 because it's just fun to talk about.
I mean, it's a good one-time watch.
Yeah, I watch it every Halloween, but once a year.
Annual event.
But they get the snow globe. Snow globe. She just snatches it after chucking the cat and other mother, and then
cat kick.
For some reason, please explain. She just transforms the world into a giant spider web.
No, the world was falling apart.
But why a spider web? Because she was a spider?
No.
Okay.
I mean, the outline. I think it was just creative interpretation.
Yeah. Which let's talk about the stop motion here because we briefly mentioned it at the beginning. This is impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Pretty good for 2009. Like, it doesn't matter what decade or year it is because it's like
stop
no matter
motion.
what, it's stop motion. End of the day, it is stop motion. But like, there were a lot of things of like just like the wallpaper going up the wall and then like everything moving quickly. That's insane.
The petals, the snowflakes,
yeah,
the snow globe itself. I still wonder how they do that one.
We got time. The ever hear of a film called Box Trolls?
I don't wanna. I don't wanna. We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about Box Trolls, but I do want to mention something. Do you think that old claymation or stop motion is better than current? Because I recently, when I was
define
just
old.
Anything past before, like, let's just say like 2000.
Honestly,
like
if we're gonna talk about stop motion, Star Wars did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars did.
Luke Skywalker looks so realistic.
I mean, no, the Millennium Falcon, the chess game.
Yeah, that was all claimed.
They did a good job.
It was pretty good, and it wasn't even like a central stop motion thing.
Yeah.
But like when I was going through, I'm like, oh, Box Trolls, I forgot about that film. There was so many.
It's not wrong of you to forget Box Trolls.
Yeah, it was like, yeah. But there were like a couple animated parts. And I thought, let me double check.
Are you talking about like when they go into the box den or whatever with all like the machinery and stuff?
There's like a couple fight scenes that I'm like, I don't know.
There were fights. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it might not have been animated, but it looked kind of CGI'd. Everything in the slideshow, blah blah blah. Oh. The plucky heroine in 2009's Coraline had over 200,000 different facial expressions. See?
Imagine
Box
you making
Trolls. 200,000
different facial expressions.
Hold on.
I can do that right now.
As long as we're here, yeah, everyone can see that right now.
Yeah, they just... You guys realize I just made 200,000 facial expressions at one time.
Here,
now. See? I did it.
Yeah.
But can you prove it?
And you know what? They're probably making facial expressions such as this. Or this.
Or maybe this. I bet you thought
That's a good
I
one.
was angry. Huh?
But there is one person we gotta give credit to here. Althea Chrome. Holy cow. I'm impressed.
I don't know who that is.
Wow. Can I just explain? She was in charge of knitting all of those tiny little sweaters that all of the characters wear. For Coraline, Chrome was hired to knit all the sweaters that Coraline wears by hand. This is by Screen Rant, by the way. One of Chrome's tiny knitting needles can produce 80 stitches per inch. Her needles look as thin as a piece of hair. Coraline herself is best known for her outfits, specifically the star sweater the other mother gives her. That was all Chrome.
Oh, boy.
Props.
Props, am I right? You can't have a good
job.
movie without good props.
Gotta say.
And I promise you, if you only use green screen, your movie will not turn out well.
No. Oh, shoot. I forgot about the film, though.
Skyfall or whatever.
Something like that. It's so forgettable.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, so the ending happens. It's pretty intense, but I don't think we can do it justice just talking about it, because it's like, the buttons essentially are taken out from her eyes because of the cat, which is fine, but now she can't see?
Yeah, she can't see at all. She's blind now.
Mm-hmm.
She used sound to echolocate Coraline.
There she is! And she climbs up really quick, goes through, and then the ghost children help her, close the door, they lock the door, and they're all set. They go to sleep, eyes are put under the pillow and everything. Like, we both thought, like, oh, okay, it's the end of the film. Okay.
Other mother.
Oh,
Open
no.
up!
It's me!
It's me, your other mother!
Yeah, so the ghost children are like...
Stepmom?
the ghost children go like, we're free! You're not! Psych! And that's a quote from the film.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and...
Exact.
Yeah, and they're like...
Not even a paraphrase, just
a quote.
Just a quote.
And they go, you gotta get rid of the key, essentially. And remember that reference we made to the beginning where they talked about the well? Here it is! Why not just burn it or break it or, like, do something?
Just...
break it in pieces.
Melt it. Just melt it, and then it's literally... melt it and then seal the door. Seal it shut. Like, I don't even want to see an outline of it. Seal it.
You know what could seal it real well? The power of Phil Swift flex tape. Yeah.
We were not synchronized on that, but...
Hold on. We'll just cut that part, and then it'll look like we were synchronized, okay? So we'll just say flex tape. You know what would seal that up perfectly? The power of flex tape.
Restart that.
No. You know what would seal that door perfectly? The power of flex tape. What? Wow. Look at how synchronized.
Totally didn't edit that to make it sound like we did that in one go.
It's crazy. But yeah, but they didn't have flex tape at the time. When was flex tape?
I mean, it was made in this decade.
Yeah, flex tape was founded in flex tape. Founded? No, not founder. We know that. 2011.
I was
Wasn't
right.
created yet. But it was made in the same month, February. So they get there. She's about to throw the key in, and oh no, the creepy hand thing that can see.
Other mother's hand gets chopped off.
Yeah, from the door when they closed it, and she gets the key, and that hand's determined. It's gonna go the full distance down a hill.
How does the hand see?
Through the house.
That's my question. See, hear, or even speak?
It doesn't speak. But you know what we're saying. And then out of nowhere, Wyborn comes, yay, with his motorcycle bike, ring ring, and he grabs the hand.
Thanks to the cat, by the way.
Thanks to the
cat grabs him,
lifts it up, and they throw a rock onto it, and they throw it into the hole, and they call it a day. And they go, we did it! And it goes into the hole, which Wyborn explains can, how does he explain it? It's like the... like if you go so far down, you'll be able to see stars looking up.
Yeah.
Like in Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Well, only if you're in the void and look down, you see nothing but blackness.
And stars.
And bedrock if you're lucky.
And, you know, a little bit later, Coraline and her parents, they character development, and then they all just
become a little bit better people.
A little bit. Not much, but a little bit. They have some fun. They're sharing drinks. They're celebrating.
They finally caved into their crazy neighbors.
Pretty much. And then Wybit brings his grandmother over, and Coraline goes, "Do I have a story to tell you?
Your twin sister was killed.
Yeah, but I saved her eyes. And
I saved your soul."
And that's it. That's the whole story. So weird film.
Yeah. We gotta give a rating on it.
We gotta give a rating, but I think first I want to talk about the Rotten Tomatoes, because Rotten Tomatoes. No, you know what? Let's talk about it. Good screenshot for Rotten Tomatoes. You know what? No, let's talk about our review first, and then I'll explain why I'm surprised by Rotten Tomatoes.
see. Is that bad?
Is what? No, that's the cat.
Oh no! I thought it was 45%. I'm like,
no, that's most popular, and that's just the ones that they're talking about. But let's say out of 10
buttons.
10 buttons.
You know, honestly, 8 buttons. Good
8 buttons.
Good movie. I mean, I'm not a fan of horror films, so that's why I give it 8. Mm-hmm. But it's actually pretty good. I mean, it could have been better if it followed more to the book, I could say. It could have been better.
Could have been better. We'll talk about the book in a second.
We'll talk about the book a different time.
Maybe a different podcast episode. Who knows?
Who knows?
But, yeah, no. 8's a good one. I was going to give this a 7.
A 7?
Reason why is because it's much better than The Haunted Mansion. But, no, it was a good film. I felt like it kept us entertained, and it kept us, keep joking about it, going but I feel like if we watched it again, I don't know if it would have the same magic.
I don't think it would either.
Because I mean, that's
the thing with horror films or horror games. You know what's going to happen.
Did they make a Coraline game? Yeah, it's a lot of just.
That's why whenever a horror game comes out, it goes pretty big. Am I wrong? Like a good horror game, not like some, not FNAF rip-offs. Okay.
What's that egg one?
One Night at Flumpty's was.
That's
it. They actually did a good job on that.
That one's good. Okay. I mean, I'm still waiting for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. When's it coming out?
Another time,
but it's by Blumhouse. So maybe next Halloween if it comes out.
Or maybe in 2 Halloweens, I'll be back by then.
Hey, yeah. But yeah, so no, just a 7, just because I don't think it would have the same magic. And also there were certain parts that I'm like, the pacing was a bit off. I'm like, we could have really cut this scene in half. But overall, still a good film. Now, Rotten Tomatoes, they give it a 90. That's okay.
Yeah.
Audiences gave it a 73. That's okay, too. And their critics' consensus...
73, really?
Yeah. 384,695, average 73%. So that's pretty good.
Has there been a movie that's ever gotten 100?
Yes.
Oh, I see it. Buddies.
But, yeah, that one. But there's a couple others. With its vivid stop-motion animation combined with Neil Gaiman's imaginative story, Coraline is a film that's both visually stunning and wondrously entertaining. I will say it's very interesting to watch, just because of the animation style itself.
I'm not a fan of claymation. I already told Jared this earlier.
Yeah. But, there were a couple things that I'm like, why is this introduced? During the scene where they're talking about the cup, and they're going like, oh, I see a hand. I see a giraffe. Why
I see a cup.
Yeah, I see liquid. It's like, why was this mentioned? I get the hand because it's like, oh, the mother's gonna get you, but I don't get it.
Foreshadowing, Jared. It doesn't have to make sense.
It doesn't
just
have to make
happen.
sense. It's fine. Keith David. That's why I knew his voice. Keith David's the cat.
I have no idea who that is.
Keith David. I know the voice. He's fine. What are you gonna do? Yeah, that's why he was Dr. Facilier.
Phil. Dr.
Phil. Dr. Facilier in Princess and the Frog.
I see. Okay, now I know where he's from.
Yeah, now you're getting it. But yeah, so I feel like that's a good film. We'd like to thank Emmy for recommending this film.
Oh yeah. Thank you for giving me nightmares.
Yeah, thanks. Now we gotta go to bed and go oh, creepy door.
It's actually almost 7 o'clock, so I have an hour to...
The sun's going down.
I have an hour to go hit my head and forget.
Yeah, but still, thank you, Jonathan, for coming to the podcast.
No problem. You want to sell out? Comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.
You want to sell out? And until next time, guys, we'll see. That door always been there? Hold on. I'm gonna get the hammer.
I got the nails.
Get the hammer. All right. See you guys later. We got to work on something. All right.
Bye. See you later.